Students, families, counselors, good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining the Georgia Probe Virtual College Fair. A few housekeeping items before we begin with today's presentation, as you can see here on your screen. First and foremost, you are encouraged to ask questions throughout today's session via the Q&A button that you see on your screen. When you submit a question, it gets sent to all of our panelists, and they're going to work to answer the question during the session and at the conclusion of the session as well. You do not need to wait for your institution presenting to ask your question. You can ask questions of all 6 institutions throughout the entire time for today's presentation. So feel free to ask those questions throughout the duration of the session. As a reminder, your camera and your microphone are turned off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. So if you do have any questions, make sure to type them in through that Q&A. We encourage you to sign up for additional Georgia Probe sessions. We've got 6 colleges today, but we've got 3 full hours of events today and 3 more full hours of events tomorrow. So we encourage you to sign up at the Georgia Probe website to see additional institutions. And we are recording this session and all of the sessions, and those recordings will be made available very shortly after on the Georgia Probe website. As a reminder, we are doing the 6x6 virtual college fair format. So each institution today is going to present for 6 minutes, and then we'll hand it off to their colleague for the next 6 minutes. We are in session A1, so we're in this top left corner. So we're going to start with Baldwin Agricultural College, followed by Anderson, Andrew, Appalachian State, Arcadia, and University of Alabama at Birmingham. With that, I'm going to have Spencer go ahead and grab screen share from me for the first institution. As Spencer does that, just one final reminder, if you have any questions that you would like answered, you can ask them generally. So, hey, can all of you tell me about your pre-med program? Or you could ask them specifically, hey, Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College, tell me about your pre-med program. And then they'll be able to respond in that way. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to Spencer for their 6 minutes.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I am Spencer Stewart. I am the Director of Enrollment Management for Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College, better known as ABAC. And for the next few minutes, I'm going to introduce you to my favorite school, which is ABAC. Just some general information about ABAC. Our main campus is located in Tifton, Georgia, which is right in the heart of South Georgia off Interstate 75. We do have instructional sites in Bainbridge, Blakely, Moultrie, and Donaldsonville. We are a 4-year state college with approximately 4,000 students. We have a smaller class size with a student to faculty ratio of 18:1. So our students get a little more one-on-one time with instructors. We have 4 schools with 12 Bachelor of Science degrees and 4 associate degrees. Our first school I'm going to talk about is our School of Arts and Sciences, which houses 4 of our Bachelor of Science degrees. Our biology degree, which has 4 tracks within it. Our most popular being the pre-professional track, which is for those students that are looking to continue in med school or pharmacy or dentistry. Also, we have the health sciences track, which are for those that are interested in athletic training. We also have our BS in history and government, which is our track for students that are looking to go pre-law or maybe work in a career for a nonprofit organization like Habitat for Humanity or something like that. A unique program to ABAC is our BS in rural community development, which is really just geared to lead students into a career in social work, and then our writing and communication Bachelor of Science. Also, our School of Arts and Sciences houses our Associate of Fine Arts in music. We also have a School of Nursing and Health Sciences, which hosts our Bachelor of Science in Nursing. That is an RN to BSN completion program. And it also houses our Associate of Science in Nursing. We have 2 tracks in that, one LPN to RN bridge program, but most of you all would be more interested in the generic program, which are for those students that are looking to come straight into the Associate of Science in Nursing program. Then we have our Stafford School of Business, which houses one of, I believe it's the only program in the state of the Bachelor of Science in Business. And finally, our School of Agriculture and Natural Resources, which as in our name is our largest our largest school, and it houses the majority of our bachelor in science programs. It houses our agribusiness, agriculture, agricultural communication, agriculture education, environmental horticulture, and natural resource management. Just to highlight a few of those, our BS in agriculture education, ABAC is actually the only school in the nation that has a K-5 certification in ag education. With our BS in environmental horticulture, our turf, grass, and golf course management track, that's one of our popular tracks because we have our 9-hole golf course, Forest Lakes, that students get to have some hands-on learning with. And then also our BS in natural resource management with the track in conservation law enforcement. That's a pretty popular track for students that are interested in going into a career like a game warden or such. I do invite everybody to go to our website, abac.edu, and you can find a lot more detail about these programs, but for time's sake, just brief overview here. Now, just a few things that students talk about why they choose ABAC. One being our hands-on learning. ABAC believes in hands-on learning. We have several interactive learning environments such as greenhouses, stables, agricultural labs, and science labs. They're all designed to bring real-life applications to enrich students' learning experiences. ABAC has a large variety of internships that help students understand the nature of the career path that they've chosen and actually can help launch those students into that career. We also have several opportunities for students to study abroad. Our students have visited places like Belize, France, England, and Argentina. Another reason students choose ABAC is our student life. ABAC has over 50 clubs and organizations that provide just a variety of opportunity for students to get involved, also including Greek life. We have our honors program, the Cattlemen's Association, our Student Government Association, our campus activity board, just a few of the many opportunities that students have to get involved and to make some lifelong friends there. We also offer a variety of intramural sports, from soccer to bowling to frisbee, and just all sorts of stuff that you could choose to do. Another reason students choose ABAC is ABAC's housing is really second to none. We have suite style and apartment style housing for students that live on campus. I do invite you to visit our website and take a virtual tour of the housing options that we have on our Tifton site. And finally, ABAC's affordability. ABAC has been designated a best value and distinction for 5 years in a row. We also offer neighbor waivers for in-state tuitions to residents of Florida, Alabama, North and South Carolina, and others. And we will wrap it up with, I do invite you to come take a tour of the campus, go on our website, and you can schedule that tour at any time.
Thank you so much, Spencer, for sharing that information. All right, next up, again, reminder, we're in this A1 grouping. Anderson University is up. So Anderson, go ahead and grab screen share from me. As they are doing it, a reminder to the students, you're encouraged to ask your questions throughout the session via that Q&A button that you see on your screen. So go ahead and type those questions at any point. And next up, we've got Anderson University. Everything looks great. Go ahead and start your time. And Anderson, you're on mute. I think it might be Josh. You're on mute.
There you go, guys.
There we go.
All right, cool. All right, hey everyone, my name is Joshua Pruitt. I'm the admissions counselor here at Anderson University for the College of Arts and Science and the College of Christian Studies. And I have a few minutes just to go over and tell you about Anderson University. We are a 4-year liberal arts institution founded in 1911. We are located about 2 hours south of Charlotte and 2 hours away from Columbia and Atlanta, Georgia, about 30 minutes south of Greenville, South Carolina. So we consider ourselves to be in a prime location in the upstate with a lot to do around campus. Anderson University operates on 4 pillars. The first pillar we talk about tonight is great academics. We consider ourselves to be one of the strongest academic institutions in the Southeast, with 84 different programs to choose from. Some of the popular programs being nursing, teaching, South Carolina School of the Arts, psychology, and engineering. Our student to teacher ratio is 17-1. This allows for just a great rapport that students get to build with their professors and really get to hone in on their relationships. And obviously in turn, that creates a great networking skill when that comes to fruition within the degree program. To be greatly academic, you have to be greatly innovative. Anderson University prides itself on being an Apple Distinguished School 3 consecutive times. We're currently working on our 4th consecutive award. A part of that is all students entering in freshman year receive the latest iPad with Apple Pencil to utilize in their classroom. The second pillar we get to talk about tonight is great hospitality. Anderson University wants to be your home away from home. So when you leave house, you don't feel like you're going far. So a part of that is having over 1,000 different events on campus for you to participate in, whether that's our study abroad programs, organizations, participate in some of our traditions. One of my favorite traditions here at Anderson University is the 7,000 cookies. Our First Lady, Miss Whitaker, bakes cookies each exam time. And so our students get a fresh baked chocolate chip cookie right before they take their exam, which is a really cool treat. Anderson University is Division II in the South Atlantic Conference with several different sports to choose from. So our students here love to support our sports program, and we are excited to announce football coming in 2024. And so very excited to see that come to Anderson University and to the community in the upstate of South Carolina. The third pillar we'll talk about tonight is great purpose. We want to see our students succeed. We don't tell them necessarily how to think or indoctrinate them. We really want to see what they're passionate about and then give them the necessary facilities to hone in on their passions and increase it and advance it throughout their studies here. Part of that is utilizing the Center for Career Development here. So undergraduate students have access to resume and cover letter preparation, job search techniques, and self-assessment training to really figure out what they're good at. And then we come in right side by side with them to increase and to enhance their educational career and obviously their career once they graduate. The fourth pillar we'll talk about tonight is great faith. So Anderson University is affiliated with the Southern Baptist Convention. We do not require students to sign or pronounce a profession of faith. We welcome everyone on campus. We do, however, require faculty and require staff to have a profession of faith. And to me, that creates a very genuine gospel-centered environment on campus that students get to thrive in and in the multiple organizations and ministry opportunities on campus. We do have campus worship every Wednesday at 10:10, and so that's where students get to come together and really get to worship both in student-led and faculty-led sermons. One of the more important questions I'm getting asked this year is if we are operating in person. So if we're having in-person visits and in class, if students are going to the classroom to learn instead of signing on to a Zoom session. So as of right now, our spring students are forecasted to be in the classroom, and we do have in-person visits going on right now. So I strongly encourage you to go to andersonuniversity.edu and go to our visits page, and that'll take you to our events calendar where you get to sign up to visit us. To quickly cover our admissions process, we did become test optional for fall 2021. And so the 4 required pieces of materials here, the application on our website, andersonuniversity.edu. We're not on Common App. Our $40 application fee, official high school transcript, and 2 essay prompts. And so we do not require the test score, an SAT, ACT, or CLT. However, if you do have one, you can submit that, and then that would essentially alleviate the need to submit the essay prompts there. But we operate as a rolling admissions university, so as soon as you have those 4 requirements met, we'll have a decision out to you shortly. So I do encourage you to check out our website, andersonuniversity.edu. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for all things Anderson University. And with that being said, I'll turn it back over. Thank you so much for your time. Grace and peace, everyone. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much. And next we will move on to Andrew College.
Hey everyone, my name is Kara Tafoya. I am the Regional Admissions Counselor from Andrew College. Proctoring the chat, we have another one of our admission counselors today, Ali Ochoa. So if y'all have any questions, she's going to be on throughout. All right, so Andrew College is a small, primarily two-year school. We are located down in Cuthbert, Georgia. It's about 2.5 hours from Atlanta, about 45 minutes away from Columbus, Georgia, about 45 minutes from Albany. We are just a short drive to the gorgeous Gulf Coast beaches. Several of our students take full advantage of that and on their free weekends and on their spring breaks. At Andrew College, you are not just a number, but you are also a person. We are very, very small. Our average enrollment is about 300 students. Even in an atypical year such as this one, we still had about 300. Our average class sizes is 14. So small class sizes means your professors get to know you on a more personal level. For an example, I am an alum. I'm class of 2016. I transferred to the University of Georgia after I graduated. 2 of my professors from Andrew College just wrote letters of recommendations. That helped me get into grad school. Allie, who I said is proctoring the chat, she is also class of 2016, and she transferred to Georgia Southwestern. So this kind of correlates back to the other bullet point on my slide, where over 90% of our graduates do transfer and move directly into four-year institutions. All right, so some of the on-campus improvements that we have made recently include the recent completion of 4 new residence halls in Patterson Quad. Those house about 32 students. We have done over $1 million in renovations to Rhodes and Mitchell halls, which are our boys' dorms on campus. One of the coolest things that we've done with all of our dorms is we've added a flat screen TV in every single dorm room, and they didn't have that when I went there. We've also done $3 million in renovations to classroom space. That includes a new home to our Adderhold nursing program. And we also recently renovated our Jones Chapel on campus. We are a Methodist affiliated school. All right, so I mentioned earlier that we are primarily two-year school. We say primarily because we do offer currently 1 bachelor's program in business administration, and we are in the final stages of adding another bachelor's degree program in elementary education beginning fall of 2021. In addition to those programs, we also offer more than 20 associate degree programs, including those listed here, which are among our more popular, like nursing and engineering, athletic training, and criminal justice. We are part of the NJCAA Athletics. We offer 10 varsity sports teams on campus. If you are interested to continue to play at the collegiate level and to be considered, we do offer partial athletic scholarships. So please go to our athletic website and contact the coach of that sport for more information. They're always happy to hear from student athletes. Our admission requirements. Our application is wholly online. It is on our website. We are not on Common App. We are waiving our application fee. This is not just for the month of November, but this is for the entire year. Our minimum GPA is a 2.0 GPA. And like most colleges and universities have opted due to COVID, we are SAT, ACT optional for the fall of 2021. Okay, so this is some of the scholarship opportunities that we have for Georgia residents. We do have the private versions of both the Hope and the Zell Mill Scholarship. For Hope is above a 3.0 GPA. We have offer $4,300 for a private institution. For Zell, which is tied to a GPA of a 3.7 or above, we offer $5,600 to a private institution. We also offer the Georgia Tuition Equalization Grant, which is called GTEG. It's not tied to GPA, and it's eligible to any full-time Georgia college student, and that's currently about $850. Okay, so this is some of our institutional scholarship opportunities. The main scholarship on this page that I want to very briefly touch on is the Pitt Scholarship. We award 2 full ride scholarships and 2 full tuition scholarships to those students who come on campus or this semester to compete virtually in 2 academic competitions that we hold. The only requirement to participate in these academic competitions is to have above a 3.0 GPA and unconditional acceptance to the school. The first competition date is being held virtually on November 17th. If you get your application in and your transcripts and everything in by November 10th, you are still eligible to compete in that November 17th competition date. We will be having another competition date on the 26th in February. We also award 6 fine arts scholarships. The dates for that scholarship audition dates are to be determined still. So please check back on our website at andrewcollege.edu for more information. All right, so we've got 2 Tiger Tour preview days left in this semester. The first one is coming up on Saturday, November 14th. That is going to be virtually online. And we have one Monday, the 23rd. That's going to be in person. You can register online for those at andrewcollege.edu/visitation days. If you would like to receive more information from Andrew College, please scan the QR code at the bottom right hand of the screen. If you can't come to either one of the preview days, you can schedule a tour with us through our website, or you can attend one of the daily general information sessions that we have. Links to those are also on our website as well. If you guys have any more questions, both Allie and I will be monitoring the chat throughout the remainder of the session. And thank you guys for having me. That's all I have.
Thank you so much. We will pass that off now to Appalachian State University.
Thank you so much, and I believe everyone can now see my screen. Welcome from Boone, North Carolina. My name is Heather Edwards, and I'm one of the Assistant Directors of Admissions from Appalachian State University. I'm also the admission counselor for the state of Georgia, so it is very nice to meet you guys virtually today, and I'm just going to spend a few minutes, 6 to be exact, to tell you a little bit more about Appalachian State University. So we are one of the public schools within the state of North Carolina, and we are located in Boone, North Carolina, in the mountain regions of the university. Actually, I'm going to exit out of that. In the mountain regions of the state of North Carolina, we are located in a very beautiful location full of adventure. So whether that's hiking, biking, skiing, snowboarding, our students are getting involved both on and off of campus. But here we are in location to the state of Georgia, as well as some of other North Carolina top cities as well. Now, what about Appalachian's population? So let's talk a little bit more. We are about 20,000 students in total enrollment. So we are one of the public larger universities within the state of North Carolina. Then also to keep in mind, about 18,000 of those students are undergraduate students. So we are undergraduate focused at Appalachian, which gives a lot of great opportunity within the classroom, like an average class size of 28 and a student to faculty ratio of 16:1. So while our students are getting the intimate classroom setting, our students are still having big campus opportunities while they're here at App. Now, speaking of academics, we do have over 150 majors at Appalachian State University. So listed here are different undergraduate colleges within the university. The Beaver College Health Sciences is going to have things like nursing, exercise science, just to name a few. College of Arts and Sciences, you're going to see things like psychology, sociology, biology, so on and so forth. College of Fine and Applied Arts, just that. So if you're going to be going into some kind of fine and applied art, graphic design, maybe something like that might interest you. We also have a fantastic College of Education, and we're really well known within the country for our full College of Education, whether that's elementary, middle grades, maybe it's high school, special education. Our Wright College of Education has it. We also have the largest school of business within the state of North Carolina, as well as the Hayes School of Music, which offers things like music production and music therapy, just to name a few. So check out more on our website for a full list of majors and academic experiences at Appalachian. Just a quick plug-in for other experiences. We do have an honors college at Appalachian and some scholarship for the university as well. So definitely feel free to scan that QR code here to find out more about the different scholarship opportunities associated with the university. Now, what about how to get involved at Appalachian? Well, at App, we have over 150 majors, but then 400 student clubs and organizations to get involved in. So whether that's club sports, intramurals, maybe it's Greek life, or community service experiences, service organizations, or something called Appalachian and the Community Together also services our local community at App. So very much so, our students are loving to give back to our local community and getting involved in so many different ways, whether that's within or through your academics or beyond. Then also at Appalachian, athletics is something I always do like to mention. So we do have 16 varsity sports at the Division I level. We are part of the Sun Belt Conference, and we're pretty well known in the realm of football, ranking number 19 in the college football AP poll last year. So definitely something that I do like to note, that all of our students actually get admission to any varsity sporting event as well. So something that students ask, hey, Heather, what's tradition at App? I say go to a football game at Appalachian State, and maybe you'll find out why. Then also, what other ways to get involved? Just a quick plug-in for studying abroad opportunities at App State. Over about 1 in 4 students, about 25% of our students go on some kind of study abroad trip. And so we have plenty of different programs offered within short-term faculty-led programs, or maybe it's a full semester or an exchange program where you're staying and are studying at a host institution. Now, speaking of paying for that. So here is our prices for both in-state as well as out-of-state students. This includes tuition and fees for the academic year. It also includes things in such as living on campus, our meal plan account, and then also most textbooks through our textbook rental program as well. Then also to note about our application process, we are through the Common Application. And so for us, you will have to hit submit on the Common App. There is a $65 application fee or fee waiver if you qualify for a fee waiver. We also have at test scores with an asterisk, so we are test optional. The University of North Carolina system did go ahead and have a test waiver for the 2021 school year. So we have a test waiver this year. And then transcripts for high school as well as college courses. If students are taking some college courses, we'll also ask for a transcript from there as well. But we also holistically review every student that applies to Appalachian. So make sure you're sending all those optional materials. That's a part of the Common App as well. But to find out more and visit us, feel free to visit admissions.appstate.edu to find ways to get connected with us. We're doing our visits virtually right now, so there are plenty of opportunities to get connected with counselors, current students, and finding out more about Appalachian State. Thanks so much, guys, and I'll hand it over to the next.
Excellent. Thank you so much. We will pass it off now to Arcadia University.
All right, let me just share my screen here. Well, hello, everyone. My name is Michaela Mitchell. I'm one of the admissions counselors here at Arcadia University. This beautiful castle that you see on my screen is actually our Gray Towers Castle. You can see it from any point of our campus, as well as you can also see it from the highway. So it's definitely a very historic and lovable piece of our campus at Arcadia. So just a little bit about us. We're a small private liberal arts institution right outside of Philadelphia. And what I mean right outside, I mean right outside. So we're 10 minutes over the Philadelphia border, 25-minute train ride into the city of Philadelphia. So we really give you that suburban college feel with access into the city. We have an average class size of about 14 students. The largest thing you'll see here at Arcadia is about 25 to 30 students. So you really get a chance to have that personal one-on-one connection with your professors here at Arcadia. And Not to mention, there are over 65 fields of study, that's majors and minors. We just added on a minor in forensic investigation and a minor in neuroscience. But there's so many different things that you can study here at Arcadia, from biology to international studies to Spanish to psychology. There's so many different things. And we even have top ranking a physical therapy program within the top 25 of the nation, as well as the top 50 ranking physician's assistant program and forensic science program at Arcadia University. So lots of things that you can get excited about learning academically here. So just another little tidbit, what is college without a little bit of fun? So we do have 26 Division III teams. We just added track and field, ice hockey's coming next fall, and we also have esports new last year. So lots of different opportunities for students to kind of play varsity level sports and everything else. Our teams are absolutely phenomenal. And we're always actively recruiting for our students, for our sports students. But if you haven't been recruited or you're not like sports inclined, we do have over 60 clubs and organizations here at Arcadia. And one of the amazing things about our school is that even though we're small, we have so many different interests for everybody. So you could be a part of our equestrian club, or you could be a part of our Poro Remo or Latin dance club, or be in a club based around your major like education or American Sign Language. But there's literally a little bit of everything for everyone, and lots of ways for you to get involved here. And one of the other big things I love talking about is that we have guaranteed housing for all 4 years for all of our students. So our out-of-state students never have to worry about being pushed off a campus or anything like that. And of course, if you're coming 250 miles or more away, we also have an Arcadia distant grant for $2,000 that'll add on to your financial aid package when you finish your FAFSA. So lots of great incentives for you to come and visit the nearby city of brotherly love. So Arcadia is very huge on experiential learning, whether it be internships, research, study abroad, or a combination of all 3 of those abroad. So we have about 80% of our students actually go abroad before they even leave our campus. And what's really great about that is that you can go as early as your first year, as late as your senior year. And we do everything from a week-long program to a full year, depending on what your major is. Some of our cool internships abroad is students have been able to go work on reality TV shows in Australia or go work for Parliament in London. Students can do research off the coast of New Zealand. So many different opportunities for students to kind of get in. And the majority of our students are able to go abroad and can take their scholarships and loans and everything along with them when they go abroad. So you don't have to pay extra to go abroad. So getting to the nitty gritty in application season, all students are required to complete one application that can either be with Common App or Arcadia General application. In addition to that, we do need your high school transcripts and 1 letter of recommendation. This year and until indefinitely, we are now test optional. So if you've been able to take the SAT or the ACTs, you are more than welcome to submit those. However, we do have a test optional piece, so you can submit 1 of 4 things. So that can be an essay, 750-word essay with 2 prompts that we have on our website. You can submit a 1-minute video telling us something that's about you that we can't see on your application. You can do a peer-to-peer interview, and you can also do a student portfolio. So depending on what you want to do, just pick whatever makes you feel the most comfortable. And we're a holistic review campus here. So we're not just looking at the hard GPA or the hard SAT scores, but we're looking at the whole picture in you as a person. In addition to that, we always welcome extra materials. So the more we get to know about you, the easier it makes our decision for accepting you and scholarships as well. And we do have BFA programs in acting, musical theater, and art. Those come with an extra supplemental piece that you must submit on our website. All right, so that's all I have. Feel free to copy down my information. I am more than welcome to talk to students, and you can also text me. That's my cell number down there. So thanks for having me, and I'll be answering any questions in the chat if you have them. And thanks so much.
Thank you. And now on to our next presenter from the University of Alabama, Birmingham.
Hey everybody, my name is Matt Wilmer and I am one of the regional admission counselors for UAB. I'm located here in Marietta, Georgia, so I am local to you guys and I'm your point of contact for UAB. So I'm excited to be here with you all tonight and tell you a little bit about the university. Just a little bit of background about UAB. We are located in downtown Birmingham, Alabama, so we are in an urban setting. We are a mid-sized public research university. We have 14,000 undergraduate students. Total enrollment is 22,000. That includes our graduate and doctoral students. You'll see campus right here in front of you. UAB covers 100 blocks of downtown Birmingham. Part of that is because UAB is primarily known for being the medical college of Alabama. We have 5 UAB branded hospitals that are located directly on our campus. If you take a look on the left side of the picture, there's a building with a white outline and some colored windows and a red circle on it. That's our children's hospital. If you take a look at the forefront of this picture, most of all of those brick buildings includes UAB. So that just gives you an example of how intertwined the university is in the urban setting. Undergraduate, it's only about 19 blocks, so you're not going to be having to run all over town to get to your classes. It is a lot more condensed into a specific area for the undergraduate. Like I said, you're not going to be having to run all over the place. But we do have a lot of experiential learning opportunities, not just within our hospitals, but also within the businesses that are in the area. Academics at UAB, we have 120 different majors. So of course, for the sake of time, I'm not going to run through all of those, but these highlights the main colleges at UAB. One that we're really excited about that's brand new this year is cancer biology. We are the first university in the country to offer cancer biology as an undergraduate major. As a university, we are relatively young. We just celebrated our 50th anniversary last year, and we were named the #1 young university in the United States for the past 2 years. So we have some really great new programs that are coming out, especially for being a bit of a younger university. But we have everything from theater to musical theater to our business programs, teaching, and of course, all of our science programs. And our School of Nursing is ranked in the top 15 programs in the country. Our Honors College at UAB, to qualify for the Honors College, you must have a 28 or higher on the ACT or the equivalent SAT, and then also a 3.5 GPA or higher. We have 2 different sections that you can go into, 2 different pathways. One is personalized and one is specialized. About a third of our students are a part of the honors program. So we do have quite a few students who qualify for this program and also take advantage of the resources that we can offer. Applying to UAB, we are officially test optional for 2021. That's something that we're really excited to offer for you guys. So the first step is to submit your application. We are on the Common App, as well as we do have the application on our own website. We don't have a preference which one. We will get it a little bit quicker if it's on our website, but we do have, of course, the application. There's a $40 application fee unless you have a fee waiver. We'll need your high school transcript. And then if you decide that you want to apply with the test score, we will need your test score, of course. But if you want to apply test optional, of course, you don't have to send us your test score. We do not require an essay and we do not require any letters of recommendation. Our turnaround time is usually about 1 to 2 weeks. We're on the rolling admissions. So once your application file is complete, then it's usually about a 1 to 2 week turnaround time. These are our scholarships for out-of-state students. I know here that it says that it is required a test score. Now that we're test optional, we do have merit-based scholarships for test optional students as well. We just don't have one of these really great grids yet, since we just made that decision about a month ago now, and we're still working on that. These are the different levels of merit-based scholarships that you can receive, and these are automatic. So there's no separate application for these. Your application to UAB is also your application for one of these scholarships. We do have additional institutional scholarships that you can apply for that can stack on this. We are offering on-campus tours again. So if you would like to visit UAB, you can go online to uab.edu/visit. We do have virtual options too. So you can take a virtual tour. You can meet with different academic departments virtually. Ask them questions. You can meet with our tour guides virtually if you'd like to ask current students questions. And of course, you can always set up an appointment with me too. This is my personal information. This is my contact information. If you want to write down my email address, that's my work cell phone number. If you want to call me or text me. And then also that Calendly link is connected to my schedule. So you can schedule either a phone call or a virtual meeting with me by using that Calendly link. So that wraps it up for me. And thank you guys again for joining us. And we look forward to hearing from you.
Excellent. Thank you so much for presenting all of the reps that were on this 45 minutes. Students, we only have about 2-ish minutes left. So if you have any Q&As, feel free to ask any of our reps any of those questions down below in that Q&A. A couple of things I also want to share with our students on this call. Most importantly, students, when you do exit out of the webinar, there will be just a quick 4-question survey there for you. If you could do that for us, it really helps in making future programming, especially if we're going to be in some virtual worlds for maybe a little longer. Then we can come up with creative ways to get you guys information. Also, for the students on this, there are 2 more sessions this evening, so check out that website for more schools, more sessions, and this recording will be available later on that same website where you registered for this event. So since we've heard from anyone and everyone, and we're only just a minute or 2 here, we'll stay on just for a minute if anyone has any questions. Otherwise, thanks so much for coming and have a good night, everyone. All right, seeing no questions coming through right now. Thank you guys so much and have a lovely evening. Good to see you. Thanks for presenting. Bye, everyone.